Worst habits of owner-operators, what are they? Number one, not knowing what your cost per mile is. So the cost per mile is extremely important when you are an owner-operator. Now, it doesn't matter if you're dispatching yourself, you have your own authorities. One of the most important things that you have to know is your truck, your fuel consumption, and your cost per mile. So basically, you take out an Excel sheet, you write all of your expenses there, and you need to kind of put it together into a cost per mile. Now, if you want a detailed course on this, I have it. I'll link it down below, but again, you have to know what your cost per mile. Number two, ignoring preventative maintenance. This is extremely important, okay? So preventative maintenance, we here fleet owners, we do preventative maintenance on our trucks every 90 days. And the reason that we do that is because a lot of the problems we catch on so we don't have so much on-road expenses, right? That's when you kind of check your tires. That's when you check how much brakes you have left. That's when you check, I don't know, we have a full-blown inspection. It's a 50-point inspection that we do on all of our trucks and all of our trailers literally every 90 days. So ignoring preventative maintenance can actually get you into deep trouble. As an owner-operator, it could actually put you out of business because if you're not repairing it at home or in your local town and you're doing it on the road, we all know that on-road expenses are a lot more expensive. Number three, taking cheap freight, and for those owner-operators that are working for companies, not having competitive pay packages. So one of the things that you need to do as an owner-operator is, number one, obviously try to get the best rate per mile that you can get, right? So when you're doing a load, a 500-mile load, 700-mile load, you really need to look at the rate per mile. Or if you're working for a company, you need to understand what your rate per mile is and to see if there's maybe even more competitive jobs out there. So it's very easy to say no to cheap freight, but if you're stranded somewhere and you need a load, you're gonna take the cheap freight. It's easier said than done. Number four, I would say, is poor money management. So this is a huge one. So owner-operators that I see, not all of them obviously, but a lot of them, a majority of them, they're hard workers. They're really hard workers. They work nonstop. They're on the road for 27, 28 days out of the month, but money management, they make good money, but their money management sucks. They get 5,000, they spend 5,000. They make 10,000, they spend 10,000. There is no reserves, there is no cushion. And you really need to kind of put a formula together that when you get 8,000, you leave 2, 3, 4 in the corporation and you spend 4. And you really want to accumulate wealth within your corporation. But money management is a big one that I see that drivers, are having a hard time with. All right, next topic, driving too fast, meaning wasting fuel. How many times do you guys see on the roads Yahoos driving at 75 miles an hour? Well, you need to understand that the fleet owners and owner-operators, the biggest expense that they have is fuel. For fleet owners, fuel is the second biggest expense. And fuel consumption is really something that you need to look at and you need to look at regularly. You need to try to avoid hammering down on that gas pedal. You need to try to avoid going at 75, 80 miles per hour because that truck is not efficient and you're really burning a lot of fuel. For those owner-operators that tell me, you know what, Ronan, I don't care. You know what, when you're billing $4 or $5 a mile, you're right, you don't care. But when the freight rates are so low at 210, 215, right now the national average I think is about 210 per mile. When you're billing so low as an owner-operator, as a fleet owner, you have to, with a magnifying glass, look at that fuel consumption of that truck and to see how you can save money on fuel. Whether you drive, outside of the interstate highway for a mile or two to get fuel at 30, 40, 50 cents per gallon less, I've seen owner-operators do that and they are extremely successful. Another huge mistake that I see owner-operators do, and if you're thinking of becoming an owner-operator, even in this industry, is your health. Health is a big one. Now, I see a lot of guys get comfortable, they get overweight, they go nuts in those truck stops when it comes to food, but you really need to start looking at your health. I have a sedentary lifestyle myself, and it's very, very hard for me to keep my weight because I sit in front of my desk for 13, 14 hours a day. But you have to take care of yourself and you have to move around because it only gets worse with the age, and we only, the joints hurt more, and I think our laziness sinks in more and more. But I think you have to take care of your health from day one. Put these rules in place for yourself as an owner operator because it is going to catch up to you after 10, 15 years of working behind that wheel. It definitely catches up to you. And the last point that I'm going to make is that, owner-operators tend to, our markets are really are changing very fast. And when, there's always new technology, there's always ways to make your life easier. And unfortunately, I see that people get comfortable and, it's not just drivers, it's anybody. even us here in the office, right? People get comfortable and they don't like change. But change, using new apps, using new devices, using new technology, today with the ELDs, tomorrow with, some new gadgets are gonna come out. I find that owner operators they fail to adapt to market changes, but try to have like an easier stance. Try to take it. When new things come along, give it a try and see if it does work out. Can it make your life a lot easier? Because there's a lot of repetitive tasks that we do that maybe it can make our lives easier. So there you have it. You have a few points of worst habits of owner operators. If I missed any, definitely put some comments down below. I read all the comments and I'll get back to you with a response. I'm Ronan and I'll catch you in my next video.